Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, April 30th, 2022, and I'm here to do live sewing chat. We're actually not going to be doing any sewing today. We're actually going to be doing a haul. So, talk a little bit about Paducah and then what I bought from Paducah. And I don't think it's going to take 2 hours, so I've decided to go ahead and show you all some of the African fabric that I purchased, but we shall see. And I also have mail from Joe Carmel Perkins to show. And I ordered an order of something that I've wanted since last November, which took me this long to get it because you have to wait your turn in line. I'm going to show you guys that too. So let me see who's all in the chat room here. Go up to the top. See Nancy Gus was here. Colleen saying hi, T and everybody. And Nancy was saying hello, TNT Quilters. Vivian Calvi, hi, T and everyone. Sewing with Lorraine, hey, T and gang. Delia Short, hi, T and everyone. Happy Saturday. Hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, ma'am. Susan T says hi, T and all T Quilters. Jennifer Muzard says hi, friends. And Lynette Williams saying hello, everyone. And Bender Foley says hello, T and friends. Lynette Williams is talking to someone else. Let me go in and go back out because my chat's behind. Lynette saying, hey, everyone. Michaels has fabric for $1 a yard. Nice fabric, too. They said it came in clearance. And I've been to 2 different stores so far. My Michaels here locally, I don't think they've ever had fabric in. Shirley Peters is saying hello, everyone. Mary saying hi, friends. Beverly Aikens, hello, TNT Quilters. Kathy Quilts and Crafts saying hello, and Miss T. And Zella McKenzie says hi, T and quilting friends. Carissa Reninger, hello all, hello T. And Annie Jackson says hello, everyone. Melissa LePage is here saying good evening, T and everyone. Hey, Melissa. Talk about her a little bit later. And Ellen Campbell, Campbell's Creation says hello, T Quilts and all friends. Tino U. Roberts saying evening all. And let's see, Francis Jackson says hi, T and everyone. T, I received my order. Thank you very much. The fabric is beautiful. Well, thank you for ordering. I appreciate that. She was surprised that her order was shipped the same day it was received. It depends on what time and what's going on in my life when I receive your orders. Orders are my priority, so I tend to stop and get those in the mail. But if you order after I've already done my PO, my post office drop for the day, then your order goes out the next day if it's in stock. If it's not in stock, then I'll let you know how long it's going to take me approximately to get your order ready. Carolyn Bowser is here saying good evening, T and fellow quilters. Becky Kaufman says hi all. Hi Becky, welcome to the channel. Appreciate your comment. Paula S says good evening, T and friends. And let's see. Tiffany of Tiffany's Quilting Life says, hey, my beautiful friend, Mrs. T. Hey, Tiffany, welcome. Leetta Bryant's here saying hi, TNT Quilters. Lisa Thompson, that's my niece, says hello, everyone, reminding everybody to thumbs up as well. Anita Nan says, hey, Miss T and everyone. Judy is here saying hello, T and Quilters. And I think we're about getting there. Practically Creative saying howdy, y'all. Hello and welcome as well. Appreciate your comment as well. And let's see. Hopefully the volume is okay. I'm still kind of in a sleepy daze, and it has nothing to do with not getting enough sleep. I've actually been asleep off and on since I came back from the quilt show. I think we did about 10,000 steps yesterday. And as soon as we got to Paducah and I stepped out the car to walk to the building, my back leg started hurting. So I had to walk that out. And so I had more difficulty this time with walking, but I pushed through. I wasn't going to let it stop my uh, journey of the quilt show. And then when I got home, when Kevin was dropping me off, I got out the car. We came straight back. It's about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive back home from Paducah to my house. And I stepped out the car and I just thought my foot went to sleep. The top of my foot was hurting. I thought, well, maybe it's been sitting in the same position because I don't remember shifting or doing any adjustments. But the top of my foot has hurt so bad that I have not been doing a whole lot of walking around today. I actually had to have my husband go to the post office for me today. So I am dealing with that. I took one pain pill. It didn't work, so I took two, and they're 12-hour pills. So I kind of feel like I can sleep the rest of the night right now. So that's probably why I'm a little bit more low-key, but it's only because I'm trying to buffer some pain I got in my foot and give it a chance to relax. And I think it's just muscle-based pain from sitting in one position for 3 hours, but it has hurt so bad that I was barely able to walk on it. And I'm like, okay, I think the last time I had a cane, it was getting a little rickety, so I got rid of it. I think you need to always keep a cane in your house. So next time I'm out, I'm going to make sure I get me a cane to keep, a new one. My other one was so bad and so ugly, I was embarrassed to use it. So got a lot to cover here tonight. People are still coming in. I'm gonna hope I got everybody. I'm going down to my brother that came in, saying hi sis and everyone, stay safe still, and give a thumbs up. Thank you, sir. I think I see Sharon Lewis is here. I don't know if she said hi, but she's talking to somebody else. Sheila Willis is here saying good evening to T and all. Kevin the Quilter is here saying, hey all T Quilters, hey Miss T. I thought I would run into you at Paducah yesterday. He's so crazy. He is so crazy. Dolores Phelps says, hello Miss T and all quilters. Melissa says, we're all part of what? Your t-shirt. The American Quilt. It's a shirt that Benartex gave out. This shirt's got to be 15 to 20 years old. And they gave it out one year at a quilt show when you made a purchase. So I tend to keep stuff for long periods of time, and that's still a good shirt. There's nothing wrong with it. I haven't even spilled anything on it yet. But yeah. Darlene Crosby is here. Hello, T and everyone. Just going to do a few more shout outs and then we're going to get started here. June Hansen says hi, T and everyone. Claudette Bettis saying hello, T and everyone. Debbie says hello, T and everyone. Maddie Barnum, hello, T and everyone. Love the haul. Love the haul. I don't know which haul. Maybe it was the last haul. I had some people still commenting on that one. Theresa Mccormick, good evening, Miss T and Quilter. So glad I made it. Welcome back, Theresa. She's been out for a little bit, but we've been communicating in some emails. And she was the one that referred one of the quilt shops I shopped at recently. And Kevin says, how's your head, Miss T? That's a whole nother issue. I was in the car and I felt like the crown, you know, the soft spot of your head I felt like it needed to be scratched. So I go to just rub it because I don't really scratch my hair, my scalp. I just like rub it a little bit. And I went and touched the top of my head. And I'm telling you, I about jumped out the car going 70 miles an hour, okay? Kevin seems to think that I may have gotten sunburned in the head because we were sitting outside doing lunch in the sun. We weren't under the cover of the tent because we couldn't get any seats there. And then it was a little bit more private and we had more grassy space where we ended up meeting. because we met Melissa LePage at Paducah, and she had her daughter and her grandchildren with her, so it gave them a little bit more freedom. We were on grass and stuff like that too, so it was great. I enjoyed meeting Melissa, so thank you, Miss Melissa LePage, for coming out to meet us. I did see other people as we were walking around the quilt show. I took pictures of that. And one of these days, I'm going to upload it. I think I don't have to edit as much of this video. I'm just going to let whatever is being said run. There was only a couple of times that I think Kevin and I got inappropriate, but but I'm hoping that the camera was off or that I can catch it at least. But yeah, it was a very interesting trip. The Branson video for Quilt Show, I got to delete so much or take off audio of so much of that video because we had a particular quilter at the show that was bashing the winners' quilts. And we had a few choice words about her doing that because you don't know if that winner is walking in the aisles or not. And then she was actually doing the exact same thing in Paducah, okay? So I just think that's totally inappropriate. So Kevin and I both at the same time was saying some choice words. So it was like, you know, I think I need to edit that part out. So I got to figure out where that was and handle that. But my head is still tender, Kevin, in answer to your question. And it's better, though. I'm not jumping out my skin when I touch it. But I still feel it. Don Cunningham is here going, hello, beautiful people. Carrie Richards saying, hey, everyone. Here for the fun says, hello, yay, tea and quilter friends. I think that's what she's saying. So Maddie says the last one. Yeah, Paula's saying, yes, last fabric haul was great. Yeah, so I had so many stores in the haul that I did on Wednesday. I had one item that didn't come, so I'll show you that first. I knew it had been posted, but it just took her a couple of days to get it to the mail, to get it dropped off, I guess. But I have been on this lady's list to get something made since November. And so it just took a little while. Oh, that's cute. Custom tags listing for TM, Teaquilts. She says, thank you, T. Enjoy your tags. And, oh, it's cute. She's got a little charm on the top of the bag. And then she's got the little cute bags. I bought these in smaller things where I put clips in when I sell at vendor fairs and stuff. So that's cute. So what I did was, I don't know if you all remember when I actually made a wallet. And part of that is that when you're making totes and bags, people are now getting really fancy and they're making their own designer labels. So, you know, I'm all about that. I always had like an original made by and had my name on it type tags. And I ran out of those a long time ago. And it seems like it's very either difficult to find that. People are doing different stuff, or it's not something that I really want or like. So when I saw these tags, I got tags made out of leather, vinyl, not vinyl, cork, and I think some are pleather. So I ordered quite a few of different kind, and I'm just gonna maybe take one of each out because it's hard to see in a plastic bag. And let's see what size these labels are. And it depends on what you're putting on it and how much, what the recommended size. So I'm going to say about 1 1/4 by like 1 3/8. So not quite square, but almost. And then I'm going to take one of each tag that I ordered out. I thought she would have the price on here, but I do know I paid it through PayPal. Again, these are custom made leather, so they're going to cost a little bit. If you're really, really interested, I'll try to look and see if I can find the PayPal thing where I paid her, if you just got to know what they cost. I felt like anything that's custom made, I make stuff custom made, so I don't balk at people's prices. I pay whatever it is that they're wanting. So these are gold tags. Let's see if I can put these back on the bag. So I didn't realize she had exactly what they are on here. So this came out of here. These are cork. I got 2 colors of cork. Okay, so she's got 2 in that bag. The other one, she's just got 1. So, sorry guys, I should have taken this out. I hadn't even opened it. So I wanted to be surprised with you guys, and they look really, really good. So I can tell you exactly what's in each bag. And I'm going to close it back. Okay, this bag here has leather tags, and the number, and it's 25 of this style I ordered, and it's called Oasis. And so I made my design. She ended up tweaking my design a little bit because she needed space above the Q and below the Q when it crosses that T. So she added that space in. I think I didn't have enough space in there. So that's one, and I got the same design on everything, but what I liked was that she had so many different leather styles, so many different colors you could choose from. So I had a ball in the selection. So that was leather. This is leather, and it's called Strawberry Shimmer. I got 25 of those. So it's a pink, kind of like a rose pink. And it does shimmer. And this Oasis shimmers too. Trying to get to the leather tags first. Okay. This one is light brown. So I got light brown because I thought dark brown would be way too dark. But I like that. These last 3 I've shown you are all leather. And I've got one more set of leather. I don't know why I put that in there. I'm keeping one of every color out just because they're pretty to look at. And this one is called Goldenrod, and it is leather tags as well. So I got 4 different colors of the leather tags. So that's 4. And then I got cork tags. I got 2 colors. This is 25 cinnamon and 25 cherry. So cherry is a true red. So this is cinnamon, and this is cork fabric. Because I do have some cork as well. And then this red one here. And even if it's not cork, I can still use it on there. So those are cork. This last one, I got 25 faux leather, and it's black with silver engraved. Now the other ones were all black engraved. That's silver engraved. All right. The other thing she did, she put a thank you in here. These were my prototype tags that she sent me to make sure that it was what I wanted. And it's exactly like the tags that are already in the bag, but it's still nice when you get something else. So, woo! I just popped the air on the bags here. So I'm gonna put these in my drawer so I'll have some here to use. And then I have to get me a container to store the rest of them when I get set up. Put it with my bag making supplies. I got to sort all of that. So those were tags. Ellen says, Teaquilts, you passed by me going to Paducah. You should have stopped me, hollered, and said something. I'd have turned around. I told y'all, get my attention because I'm doing so much and there's so much going on. I'm recording, I'm trying to look, and then I stop recording a little bit because I feel like recording is taking over what I'm trying to do. Let me put that back over there. Always stop me. Deborah Holloway says, hi, TNT Quilters. Oh, get her, T. She just has jealous of other skills. Yeah. The more I know about people, the more I scratch my head. That's Mary. Yep. my guild is planning our next show for May 2023. Who knew so much planning and so far in advance is needed? Yes, it is, because our quilt show would have normally been this year, but 5 months. Well, it would have been in September. So even half a year is not enough to hold a retreat. You got to book places, book standards, organize committees to do various parts of the quilt show, and all of our members haven't shown back up yet because some of them are still hiding out from COVID completely, not even coming out of their homes. So it's a lot, and you need people. We only have about half, I'd say about 50% of our members are showing up at meetings. So 100 Proof Quilter saying good evening, everyone. Thank you, Tiffany. T, you're lucky your hair was only sunburned. Yeah, I have never gotten sunburned in my life. I do put on sunscreen when it's needed. But like I said, it was a nice day, but it wasn't like extremely hot. But I guess that's what it was. I'm not really sure. Cool Gal says hi, T, and everyone. And Don's asking, what will you be using the leather tags for? They're cute. I'm going to be using them on tote bags. So it'll be like, instead of having Coach on my bag, I'll have Teaquilts on my bag. So that's what that is. The other thing I wanted to open more toward the top of this video, although we're already 21 minutes in, is I got something in the mail from Joe Cormer. I'm not sure what this is. And I just wanted to get this out the way. Hopefully it's not a return or something. But if it is, that's fine too. But it's a package. Okay. So, okay. Oh, it's got a card in here. Got Teaquilts written on it. Show you guys that. Very pretty. Looks very southwestern with the pattern. Oh my goodness, I wonder. Paper Magic Group. She says, hello, Miss T. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to participate in your quilt retreat. It's my first, and I'm really excited. I've included a few door prizes and will bring some of my favorite snacks to share. Thanks again, Joe Cormer. So that's really, really awesome. So she sent it to me early so I would know how many I had, I guess. So thank you, Joe Cormer. Appreciate that much. So much. Gracias. So she's got quite a bit in here. Well, thank you. She's got quite a few door prizes. All right. I mean, it just gets bigger and bigger as I'm pulling stuff out, okay? So she's got Sonnet Dusk by Carrie Schiff from Riley Blake, a charm pack. She's got 42 pieces in it, so she's giving that, and it's all wrapped up, and we're going to leave it that way. This is a quilt panel. It's a 23.5 inch quilt panel called A Stitch in Time, and I'm going to assume that it's got these 4 patterns in there. So that's pretty cool. So that's 2. She said 4 gifts. This jelly roll, trying to get to the paperwork here, is by Riley Blake, and it's the cookbook jelly roll, 2.5 inch strips. I think it's 42 pieces in here. I'll just rotate it around. So that's awesome as well. Very nice gifts here. And then it gets even better. She's got a Dream Big panel, which is a large panel, and it's in teal. And I love that. So thank you so much. I got one that I need to quilt yet. So this is pretty awesome. So thank you, Joe Cormo. This is really, really appreciated. So these will be choices. Everybody at the quilt retreat will get a chance to get one door prize. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't win. Everybody will get a door prize. So thank you so much for that. And then you're going to get numbers that you're going to pull so you can select which door prize it is that you're getting. So thank you so much. This was a pleasant surprise to get in the mail, and I really appreciate that. And I will make sure I'm putting this card back in here so I'll know who done this when I get back to that, because I don't want to forget. All right. So I just wanted to get those two things out. Diane says, I really like the new logo. Can we get it on a shirt? Yes, eventually. It's just that right now I don't have time, so that's why I'm not doing it. So it will be shirts available on that. I just need to get that planned. But there will be shirts available. Yes, that is awesome, door prizes. So thank you again, Joe Karma. Now let's get to, we're going to get to the Houston haul. Now I will tell you all, when I start out and I'm already laughing. I went to the show and I knew that I was going to buy Bottom Line thread. I actually went to the Branson show in preparations of buying Bottom Line thread, which is by Superior Threads. And if you all don't know, Superior Threads has been resold, or not resold, it has been sold to someone else, so it's not ran by the same people. When you buy companies, you have the choice of paying more money to buy the name as well. And so apparently that's what they've done. They've also purchased the Superior Threads name. I think when they went to Branson, this happened during COVID. So this was their first quilt show out, and I don't think they even brought enough, because on Friday they really didn't have a whole lot of thread left out. They have a lot of different types of thread, so their booth didn't look empty, but they were out of a lot of stuff. So I didn't have high hopes of going on a Friday to Paducah and I was going to get a lot. So my whole intent was I took a list of threads that I needed, and so I was trying to get that. However, when you're walking up and down aisles, sometimes you'll see something. And the one thing that I did see was quilted in clay. And I think I might end up trying to do an affiliate with them. But they make very pretty earrings that are quilt block related. And using polymer clay. I've made stuff with polymer clay years ago and just really, really enjoyed it. But I thought that I would show you these earrings. It's like this design here, I think, is a trip around the world. But they would have different designs, like snail trails could be in there, different things like that. But I like the ones that had some color in it. So I got the black with the color. And I just think that they are darling. They are so cute. And they said if you like take it off, put it in your pocket or something, and you actually go and wash it or something, that you won't harm the earrings and stuff like that. And then I asked about the findings, the parts that you put on your ears that you finish off with. I said they made sure that those don't have any lead and things like that in it. So they are paying attention to that type of stuff. This set here was $32. I felt like it was well worth it. I was yakking so much I forgot to get my tax free on it. Okay, so I ended up, this was the only thing that I actually paid tax on. But I thought these earrings were so pretty, and they had so many different styles. And he was like, you have the right to choose more than one. I go, nope. We're going to start with just one. But I will probably contact them and see what type of affiliate program they have set up, because he says she has worked with other people. But I just think these earrings are gorgeous. And then I can pick and choose and have various ones. I don't really want to get into the jewelry business, but I really, really, really love these earrings, and they're very well made. And how tiny. You have to see the snail trail that was inside of this bauble. I just didn't get it because it was black and white snail trails, and me, I love some color somewhere. I love the color with the black and white. With the black, I mean. But very nice. So I did ask about that, because when I put certain things in my ear, my ear starts feeling like it's irritated, and I don't like that. Yes, it is very creative to use the quilt theme. So And then the other thing that I found, I saw my suppliers of the wood press sets with the stilettos and stuff, and he was trying to sell someone a rest for their seam ripper, and I was like, yeah, they are pretty nice, and they keep your, if you got something where you don't have your products inside of something like I do here, you had a potential of, if your seam ripper is open. I've had so many people contact me saying they broke their ripper because it rolled off the counter. So they have come up with, if you've got a piece of leather fabric, pure leather fabric, you just put a hole in it, and then you can put this onto your top, and then it keeps it from, which you can't see down there, but it keeps it from rolling off. Put it up here. So you can kind of see how it's just sitting up there. So it doesn't roll, it just sits on that. Now that's fine for people that, I guess you still can use it when you pull it out this way. I just took the seam ripper out and put it up there. But I thought that was creative, that they're trying to come up with some solution to keep your product from rolling. And I think these things were like 50 or 75 cents for just a piece square at the show. So I can't remember what it was, but they just handed me this for free. I was standing there talking with them. And then I also was trying to make sure that I didn't miss any, that I hadn't missed any of the wood products, like making sure that what I'm ordering, they haven't gotten anything in new. And I love this company. I love the couple that runs this company. And even when they mess up my order, I just go ahead and take it. I don't even send it back because they're so nice otherwise, that it makes a big difference in customer service, what you're willing to accept from somebody, depending on how your treatment is from them. So it's like they've sent me the wrong product a couple of times, and I'm like, forget it, don't worry about it. I'll just see if I can sell it. Sometimes it takes me a year to sell the goof off because I know what my people like, but eventually I do sell them. So I don't even worry about when they send me the wrong product. And someone with LaWayne tell me somebody needs to figure out a way to put a GPS on our seam ripper. You got that right. One other thing is, I did stop at the Juki site. I stopped and talked to the people at Juki at the Branson show, and they had at least $100 off of the Juki machines, at least 100. When we got to Paducah, it was like they were trying to say that their show special was the regular price. So, of course, Kevin and I weren't going for that. So we just stopped by Juki. I just got a brochure on the TL18QVP just to have something to tell you all that I looked. And then I also stopped. Oh, Kevin the quilter don't put this show book in my stuff. This is his show book, okay? I didn't get a show book. You little sneak. I stopped by the Butler shop and talked with them for a while. You all know I'm an affiliate for Butler, and I help do videos for them and with them. And they now have 3 different packages that you can get when you buy your Butler. And basically, they're doing Butler a little bit different now. So when you get Butler, most people are installing it themselves. So the first one, they got number 1, they got 3 numbers on here. So I don't know, because I haven't done it. Mine isn't set up this way. But you can get the package number 1, where if you got something that's hard to get into your electronics, you don't have to have this hooked into the actual electronics of your computer system. I did notice too that my box is in the front, and they are developing ways to attach your box to the back of the machine as well, depending on your frame model. So that was pretty cool. And then in number 2 and 3, you've got the ones that are hooked up to your electronics, which I like because I can go from my tablet and just tell it to start stitching. And then I don't know the all total difference from one to the other, but I do know that you've got more patterns in number 3 over number 2. So if you're thinking about getting electronics on your Butler, just go to their website and check out the different packages that they now have available. I'm going to read that a little bit more in depth. I've been asleep all day, so I haven't had a chance to read. But I just want to tell you all that that is available. So what I went to the quilt show for was to get superior thread. So bottom line thread is what I use on my long arm and the bobbin. I use bottom line because it's a thinner thread. And then when I'm also winding my bobbins, it takes a lot longer for it to wear out. When I first started long arm quilting, I used A&E thread, which is a permacord thread in top and bottom. But you was always winding bobbins because the bobbins wouldn't last very long. I wind very limited number of bobbins now. So I got quite a few of those. I probably got about 18 of the colors that they had in stock. They didn't have all of my colors in stock. And I got 4 masterpiece threads in 2 different colors. I'm not going to go through all these colors of bottom line. Just know that I tend to have all their colors so I can mix and match when I get to my quilt top. But on the masterpiece thread, this is what I use to stitch with. Eventually, I do have a supply of Orfil that I've been using in my bobbins, but they're the same weight. So eventually, I am going to start using this in my bobbins as well, but I'm trying to use up all my Orfil that I have. This number is called Canvas. It's number 151. And this is number 152 called Bisque. So just a little bit of difference in the color here. Not quite white. They had ran all out of white and natural, those type colors. But I like these as well for basic piecing. And this is showing up a whole lot darker on screen than it actually is, but it is what it is. So I got 2 of each of those. And then the rest of this is just bottom line thread. Don says, in the last 3 or so months, I've used your AccuQuilt affiliate 3 times, so hope you get credit. Do you want us to email you when we do this? Sometimes I've been getting them once I've been doing double checks because I did notify them a couple of times when people sent me stuff and said that it wasn't coming through, and I haven't had any trouble lately. But you can always send it to me. I'll go verify it when I get a chance, and then I always confirm that I got it and just send you a quick thank you note. So I do appreciate that. So yeah, so either way is fine, whatever you got time for. There was also, when we went into the bubble, oh Lord, I'm about to put somebody in timeout. Mary says, why are you switching from Orfil to Masterpiece to Piece with? Just curious, do you like it better? Number one, Orfil, I buy big spools to stitch with. So I've always used Masterpiece in the top, and I used Orfil in the bottom because it was a thinner thread. And then I realized that they're both the same weight. One is just 2-ply and one is a 3-ply, but they're the same weight, so they're gonna wind the same. And it's not, I'm just trying to make it so I'm only buying 1 thread instead of buying thread from 2 companies, because I have to go through Brewer to get my Orfil at a discount because I don't want to pay regular price. And what I have been doing recently is whenever, and I haven't done it like the last 2 or 3 orders, but Quilting Today always have like 2 colors of Orfil that are natural. They mostly will have 1 or 2 of those colors on sale. And then I would buy my spools. You can only buy 2 spools per order. So I would normally buy my Orfil that way as well. So I still have been kind of purchasing Orfil, but I don't buy it by the box anymore like I used to. I used to buy it by the box. And I'm just trying to make it so that I'm not having to do an order for one thing from one supplier for what I really need. So that's why. Okay, and then while we were by the bubble, there was a building that has Murray Sewing Center, which is about 50 miles away, not 50 miles, about 50 minutes of drive time from Paducah. they always rent a building right across the street from where they have the Bubble. We call the Bubble. It's another location where the quilt show puts quilts in. And so we went over to there, and I think they had fabrics. Everything was $7.99 a yard, I think. And so I mostly just went and looked at neutral, so I don't even have to open this up. Well, I do, I guess, because I got to tell you what it is. And I'm not sure of the age of any of these fabrics, but they had this whole big room crammed with fabric. So I can't wait to one day go see what their actual store looks like. And I did actually get a chance to talk to the actual owner, and she's been out sick for a while, so she was kind of telling people, so it's no big deal. She even said what the problems were, but I'm not going to go into that. But and so she was, this show, she says, got her up and moving, making her get her strength back. And she says, though, after the show, she was going to take another break because she was tired. But yeah, so it's just, she seems like a very nice person, so I can't wait to go to see her shop at some point. It was just not something that we could do at that time because it was in the opposite direction after you've been out all day walking around, and then we had to get food, we had to get gas, and we just didn't want to go another hour in the opposite direction and add on to our ride back home. And plus, Kevin's got to work, so we couldn't do all that. But this is called Zen Cheek by Moda Fabrics. By Color Box, sorry. So I just got like 3, I can't remember what the yardage is on each individual piece, but I feel like this is 3 yards, could be 2, maybe it's 2 yards. This one here, I thought when I get back to my red, white, black, and gray, I thought maybe if I needed something to do a border to space my quilt out somewhere that I could use that, it was just appropriate. I think I got 3 yards of that. That's why I think this is 2. And then this one I got 4 yards of because it could be a background. This could be a background. I'll go back and tell you what the other one is. Has slight hint of green in there, as you can see. So browns, tan, the tanny color, white with some kind of green highlights. But it's not very obvious that it's green. So when you put green fabric up on it, I think it'll show even more. This one is called Cheers to You by Benartex on the canvas line. And this shirting here, y'all believe I bought a shirting? It's Washington Street Studios produced this one. And it's just says Classic 1800 Shirting by Sarah Morgan for Washington Street Studios. So it doesn't have a name. And then the last fabric I bought from them, I thought maybe it might look good as a stack and whack. It's this print here. They got it wrapped so tight so I don't have a chance of opening it anymore. But this print here, I just love the colors in this. Let me show you the other side. You can see more. Has that bigger pinwheel type star flower. So that's what I got from them. Hello to anybody coming in. Once I get started with the haul, I'm trying to get through it because I have so much stuff to show you. And then the last thing that I got, also is another affiliate company that I'm going to be working with, and it's got to do with African fabrics, okay? So this stuff here is for sale. So if you see something you like, I don't have this stuff numbered because I was just going to put these up on my website because they are one of a kind. They are very similar, but they're different. When you're doing, this African vendor has gotten into tie-dyeing or dyeing her fabric. And I just love what I saw. So it's only one of them I think I have just 2 yards of, and I think I would only be selling 1 yard because I like it. That was the one that I had picked just to buy before I had started talking to her. And she was really sweet. I really enjoyed talking to her. So I think I'm going to end up doing an affiliate program with her. So this is where I spend my money because whenever you're talking to somebody and they're at a quilt show and they're willing to give you some of the product there at a discount without saying any of your business information, you jump on it, okay? So I wasn't sure what to buy. I just knew I needed to buy some stuff. I really, really, really love their hand-dyed fabrics. And this is one of them right here. Just gorgeous, gorgeous prints. I've seen lots of hand dyes, and Dee Dee's hand dyes are on this level as well. Dee Dee Hansen, when I've been showing you her stuff. It is gorgeous, and the weight of the fabric is a very nice weight. It's not like a cheap muslin that's been used. It feels really, really good. And I wanted to buy, she had like 3 tables filled with this fabric, and I just had to go through and just pick a few because I said, girl, you're gonna be broke up in here. So I got that color, and then I'm not a green person, but I love, love, love the colors that she is using in her fabrics. And these were all pre-cut panels that she had. And if you wanted for her to cut a yard or something, she would, I don't know if she would cut it or if she was just selling. I think she would cut because she had stacks that were 4 yards, 2 yards, and 1 yard. So I think she was cutting down, and then as she was cutting down, she was restacking. I didn't see anything that was 3 yards. So that's number 2. I got 2 more colors. This color here is very pretty. So I tried to get some in different colorways just so you all can see her work here. And I can't believe that this one woman is doing all of this stuff. She has support in the background when she's at the show, but when she's home, she's making all of this stuff herself. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous dyed fabric. And these fabrics are $15 a yard. You all know that hand-dyed fabrics cost more per yard, so they're $15 a yard. This is the one that I picked up first to buy for myself. She only had this color in a 2-yard piece, and it wasn't even I like the outside too, and everywhere you look, it's completely different. So, got this side, but what I love was when I opened it up on that other end, and it had this bit of yellow in here. And I still can't see it. It's on the inside of that. I saw it, and it wasn't even on the outside, okay? Trying to refold this so I can just show you some of this yellow that hit into here, yellow and red. And when I normally mix the yellow into these darker colors, like the purples and greens and blues, it normally turns muddy. But she know what she doing, okay? Because it's not muddy. It's not brown. Just gorgeous work here. So this is the one that I wanted the 1 yard off of. And then, there's, I come back to the fabric in a minute. Then, she was selling these as well. Now, a lot of y'all should know what this is already. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this is. You open it up, turn it back on itself, and then you hook this back up into the knot they got on here. And when I was line dancing, I always had me a fan. An Asian fan. So this was really cute to see. Let me get the knot over here so it's closed. But isn't that just pretty? Look at that. And she had all different types of African fabric. And y'all know that I'm going to go in there and pick the brightest color she got, right? But you just sit here and it does very good. You can see my hair moving with how much it does fan. It's just awesome. So this was pretty cool. And these are $20 if you're interested in fans. I only bought one. I'm going to go back and get more from her. But on the fans, she had only brought enough to sell, and she was selling out at the show. So I didn't want to take her supply while she was at the show. So I would have to order fans. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. anything you're interested in, you can just send me an email and let me know. So I got that. Isn't that just cute though? The other things I got from her fabric wise, let me get them out, is she does her own dyeing of panels. And I'm gonna have to put this back in the bag because I'm gonna have to move this bag when I get to all of this stuff here. That's from the floor up. So I wanted to get this stuff shown and get it out the way. I'm gonna start putting stuff back in here. Because I'm gonna have to open out these fabric panels. Now, I tend to like fabric panels that have people, and they're very difficult to find. You seem like you can always find the animal ones easily. And so I didn't buy any animal prints. I bought some in the past. But what I did do was buy these panels. I got 4 of them that are $35 each. And they're different people doing various different things. Now this woman here, I asked her what panels meant, what was going on in the panels. And basically this lady is carrying her home on her head, and it's like a metaphor. And then this one is a little bit different. But this one's got her home. Down on the bottom is grass. This is another house here. This right here could be water. So I was asking her what various different things mean. I just love, love, love the colors in this. And they're going to be the similar but different on these panels. And I'm going to have to take pictures of these and put them up on my website. This one here, just different color. Again, it's got the home in the background, but you got 2 women cooking, and one of them has a baby on the back. One sitting on a log. And then you've got the grass down at the bottom. Just think, she makes and dyes all of these panels herself. Same but different, similar but different is another one. And you can pick which way you want your people to go. It's 2-sided. Another lady with she's carrying a water vessel this time. And then there's just a regular tree with no leaf, walking home with the baby on her back. This size here was $35. And then this one here got the lady with the big earrings carrying her home again. Very same but different, just different coloring here. Okay. So these were all $35 for the panels. These panels here are $45. They're bigger. Let me wrap this back up because I'm trying to keep the like sizes together. Then you got panels of different sizes. This one here, I can't tell which way it's going here. I'm looking at it the right way, so let me turn it around. This is the lady here, and she says, again, it's a metaphoric of her carrying Africa on her head, as long as her water vessel, again, has a baby on her back. I think I got a few with the Africa thing in the background. I don't know how she do that. You know, I don't know if she twice died or what. But it's just awesome. Again, the larger size got palm trees. This is like a whole little theme from top to bottom. Hut houses on this one. That's 2. And I tried to get different. This one's like one for different coloring because, you know, I like different stuff from everybody else, but I thought I'd get some other colors as well. The Africa in the background as well. And another lady. I only got one with guys with males, I think, and I think it's in the largest panel. I only bought one large panel because they were, I was spending too much money and they get to be expensive. But water vessel again, baby on the back. I forgot what this in her hand is called. I forgot. She did tell me, but I forgot. And again, coloring that maybe I wouldn't like, but somebody else might like. I know some people like stuff that resemble Christmas. This was as close as I could get to Christmas colors. Same as the panel before, just different colors. Two more in the $45 range, and then I've got one that's $65, I think. It's huge. This one here, just different coloring. Just letting you see the different colors. And last one. And I noticed some of them got a checkerboard border and some of them are just a plain border. So that plays into the top itself. This is another one of my favorites where they're cooking and stuff like that. I tend to like those. She didn't have a whole lot of them cooking. Those were the ones that I really was looking for because I kind of like the idea of how not just Africa, but a lot of other countries, they do communal cooking where they're outside. So I really wanted those. I think I only got two that scene was depicted. She did say, if I wanted something in particular, that she could make that up for me. And this is the one that's 65. It's huge. I think it's a square. And this is the men. She says it's just the men's out relaxing. They've got a bonfire. They're just sitting around chatting with the homes in the back and a nice big palm trees up across the top crossing over each other. I'm hoping you can see all of that. And then down on the bottom, you've got the grass and then the river at the bottom. So I thought, yeah, this one is 65. It's got the price tag on it. So yeah, so I went ahead and bought some stuff from her while I was there because number one, you can see what you're getting, your exact colors. And then number two is just to show her that I was serious about doing an affiliate program with her. So that's what I got from Paducah show. And I was doing really good. I had only bought Superior Threads fabric and my earrings up to that point when I bought that. So then I bought the fabric and then I went to the other fabric store on the way out. And then we left. So that's really all that I purchased at the Paducah Quilt Show. Thank you, Maria. She says, I love the panels. I like those too. So very beautiful. Thank you. Ellen says those are stunningly gorgeous. Thank you. A lot of people saying the panels are beautiful. And beautiful fan. That's from Tiffany, yes. And my niece was saying that too. So, but yeah, so I'm going to be putting that stuff up on my website. I will have to, like on the fans, because she was running out and she just left. She probably still is out on the road somewhere. So she's not even back home yet. So I'll have to get an order into her on the fans so that I can get those. But I think those fans are just gorgeous. They are awesome. And like I said, I don't, she stiffened that fabric. And I actually do feel it blowing. And you all could see it was blowing my hair. So you actually are getting some air circulating off of the fabric. So it was really interesting to see that. Hi. So we're going to go from the quilt show into, one thing I do want to say about the quilt show is like a recap of my experience of Paducah. I'm going to tell you, if you were a new quilter, this probably was the Paducah show to go to because you wouldn't be as overwhelmed. But for some reason, I was just at odds the whole time I was in Paducah. When we first went in, the Finkel building that normally has the AQS books and shops in there, it was completely shut down. It wasn't even open. And so then I go to the main show. I get out, my back of my calf is aching me, and I don't know what that's about. I had to walk that out. Then I get into the show, the main show. I felt like things were sort of kind of okay. The quilts, I felt like maybe they were good, but they've been better in previous years that were in the main show area. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not degrading anybody's quilts. I'm just saying there are some people that make quilts that there is absolutely nothing wrong with, but it takes those people 2 and 3 years to make those type of quilts. And the winter's quilts were also displayed in there, and those were really nice. But there were some everyday quilts that were also hanging in the main area. And again, I am not downplaying those because I make everyday quilts all the time. So I know when I'm making a show quilt, I do different things than when I'm making a quilt for everyday use or just showing at my local quilt guilds or showing when I'm doing lectures. There's a big difference. But overall, the main area was okay. You didn't notice anything was too off, but for some reason in my head, I was completely off. So then we decided to go around to the first floor around the corner from the main convention area. They normally have quilts over there. That's where my friend normally was. But she told me that she had been moved into the bubble because they wanted a surplus for them to be in the expo center this year. And so she opted to go into the bubble, which was fine. So I knew she was in the bubble, but I had no idea that whole area was shut down. They were actually using it with Ricky Timms to do stuff in, and they had the entire area set up for that. So that immediately let me know that the number of vendors that are normally at the AQS quilt show is not here. So vendors still are not out like they used to be. Even at the Branson show, there wasn't very many vendors out. And I wasn't expecting the vendors not to show up at Paducah this year. I guess I expected more vendors to be there. So that whole room, it normally had another special displays and exhibits that normally went into that room. So those were not available. And then also the vendors that normally are in that building were not there. So then we go upstairs. We had the regular vendors up there. I think we found one empty vendor spot where somebody probably didn't show up. It may have been sold, but nobody showed up maybe because it was set up to be a spot and nobody was in there. And so we got the vendors. I didn't even see Hobbs there. I couldn't even get my batting from Hobbs that I normally get. They were not there at all. So, you know, you deal with what you got. And so then I walked up and down, saw those quilts. What I did notice that I saw a lot of was character quilts, people quilts. Seemed like it was very popular this year where a lot of people had quilts where they had taken from photos and redone photos. And I noticed that a little bit in Branson that it was a lot of art quilts like that. And so it was even more in Paducah. And then they also had, the Lady Di collection that was also at the Branson show. So I didn't have to worry about stopping to see that. One place I couldn't get good photos of was the miniature quilts that they have in the case. And that's because of glass glare from the lights. And then it was just people galore because it was only so big because they're miniatures. So I had a hard time videotaping those. But go to the bubble. The bubble had taken up about a third of one side. That's where they actually had the AQS books over there, or the book sale. It wasn't AQS because they did have CNT publishing books in there too that I saw. And so they took up a good chunk of space, and then they had vendors in there. I felt like it was more space in there than it normally is too. So overall, to me, the show, for a first show back after COVID, yes, it probably was a good show, but it was not the same Paducah show that you would normally have. Also, Quilting a Day did not vend. Quilting a Day normally had 2 buildings that they would vend at, as well as they would be at the show vending. So they had 3 locations that you can normally shop from Quilting a Day. So they weren't there. So I just felt like some of the things that I knew should have been there kind of made it so that the show felt weird for me. But if you were a first-time visitor to AQS Paducah show, this was a great one to go to. It was also wouldn't be as overwhelming. You're going to still be overwhelmed because it's a big show, but you wouldn't be as overwhelmed as everything. So I kind of missed what wasn't there. Also, the Rotary Club didn't have their building open either. They normally have the Hoffman Challenge quilts that tour around. They normally have that at their show, and that wasn't available either. And then it's normally more vendors there. Hancock's of Paducah was closing at 5 instead of 6 or 7 like they used to, so we didn't make it into Hancock's of Paducah. So it was a lot of things that were different, and I'm betting that part of the issues with Hancock's of Paducah is staffing. People still have not gone back to work from the beginning of COVID, so I'm thinking it must be more of a staffing issue than anything else on a lot of this. So, but did I enjoy the show? Yes, I did. It was still weird. I was tired when I got home, but I still had a good time. It just felt a little weird and different for me, that's all. So let's go ahead and start looking at this fabric. We got like 55 minutes. So I'm just going to start. This is the company that I order from. And when I order, I have to do wholesale orders, of course. And then they will always send me a free piece of fabric. I've already used this fabric before. I can't remember if I actually put it up for sale, but it just kind of reminds me of like mountains or something. I don't know what it is, trees, whatever. But this one is what they gave me for free. This one is going to be on the website is fabric number 140. If you're interested in any yardage of this, just write down your numbers and then just send me an email afterwards telling me what you want. I'm only going to do the smallest cuts I'm going to do this time. It's going to be like half yards because fat quarters is a lot for me to cut when I'm cutting for a lot of people when I'm doing a fabric haul. Eventually whatever's left, if I've got fabric left, I'll go ahead and put those in. But cutting fat quarters take a lot of time when I've got like 10, 15 orders to cut, and I'm cutting half yards and then got to cut those half yards in the fat quarters. It just takes too much time. So if you're interested in any of this fabric I'm about to show you, please just write down all your numbers and send me an email, okay? And then I can get them all done. I just check them off as you're doing it. So this is number 140, which is actually the highest number. We're going to go back down now. That was just the last one that I got. Okay. So people were doing the African Queen quilt and was wanting to know if I had any of the African wax polished fabric. I did not. So what I did was I went in there and saw whatever colors they had, and I just ordered one. I can always order more of this if somebody is interested. But I just went in there and I just ordered, they had 5 colors that you could get. So this is white. This is going to be number 100A. So these are all going to be 100, and then it's going to have an alphabet. So white is 100A. I guess I better, well, I can put these because they're not in a box. I got 3 boxes stacked right here, guys. This is 100B. It's royal blue. 100C is just red. No fancy names. This one here is dark blue, more like navy. And this one is purple. Very pretty color. So those are the wax solids that I have. And then go into the prints now. So including the polished print, so that's 5. So I got 44 prints. 44 minus 2, 42 different prints because I ordered 2 of them. So here we go. This is number 101. And it's not, I can't, when they get so big, when you can't see the designs, there you go. So this kind of reminds me of an angel, but I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to learn symbols of Africa, and the websites don't give the fabrics any names, so they don't help me at all. But it kind of reminds me of an angel. So these were the ones I couldn't get into the box once I pulled them out. This one is number 102. It's got a big old sticker on it. And I tried to get stuff that had some white background this time, so you have more spacing. Some people still can't figure out how to use a lot of the busy prints. So I got prints this time that was a little bit more airy in the background with lighter colors, like this one and the one I just showed before, especially when you're mixing things. This is number 103. Just the coloring I love, yellow and blue, white. That's 103. The price on the prints are $12 a yard. I think the half yards are $6.50 for me cutting. Okay, now of course I'm not gonna remember. Let me look over here. That was number 103, 104. I got to figure out how to take this out the box here. Okay, this one here is number 104. I also thought this one looked really pretty as stack and whack. For those that are coming to the retreat, if anybody needs some stack and whack fabric, I feel like this would be appropriate. I did put my mirror on some of these. I put it on that one. This one is number 105. And the colors on here is red, orange, cream, black, and blue. Just to trying to get it so you don't have paper so you can see the whole thing. Very bright, very good coloring, like very good dyeing on this, wax dyeing. Very sharp. That's number 105. 106. It's another Kenta print here, just different colors, just in a stripe. Well, it says Angola Tribunal wax print. It's copper, gold, dark red, black, and cream. This one here is purple, pink, yellow, burgundy, white, and plum. This is, hold on, another one that is great for stack and whack. I did write them down because I wanted to make sure I pointed out what could be used for a stack and whack. So this is another one that can be used. Number 107 again for that one. This is number 108. White, black, and light gold. Just a stripe. Very pretty again. Tiffany, a lot of people like the 104. Which one was 104? Oh, that was the circle one. Okay, with all those bright colors. This one is number 109. And it's another one of those. I got it because it had these hearts in it right here. But then it also had other stuff on the back. Kind of like one of their storytelling prints. And I'm sure there might be something else on the inside. No, it's just basically hearts and hands and whatever that other shape is up here. Those three shapes. And it's set up kind of panelish, but again, I just cut across the panels. It's weird. I started being able to cut the African prints, and at first I couldn't cut across a panel. Now I can cut across panels. I can cut anything. Oh, Tiffany's video was lagging behind. This right here is one that I got 2 of. Y'all know I love the eye fabrics. So I got 2 of these. This is number, it's on the other piece, 110. So we getting so big y'all can't see me. Fat Kevin say I'm over here swallowed by fabric. This is another piece of an eye print, but it's like in squares, and it's number 111. And so it's just chopped up into squares where you get different, I think it's like 2 different sizes of eyes, and then the offset has lips, which is cute. Number 111. I folded that wrong. I got to keep these numbers outside so when I get these cut orders, I know what to do with them. And I'm going to start preparing to cut more kits. I'm just not going to announce them until they're cut. And it's going to be after retreat because I don't have time to do a whole lot of kits right now. So it's going to be a little while. But anytime I get some free time, whatever that means, then I will do that. This one here I got basically because I knew I was going to be cutting kits. And I thought when it was cut, when you see certain pieces of it, as you putting it into blocks, that it would make it a little different. And it's funny, this little shape here is like a closed eye. So I thought that was different too. That's 111. Coming up is 112. Whoops. That was 112. Let me go back. This is 112. The one that has the closed eye is 112. Number 113. I went back and ordered more of this. I thought this was really pretty. And I wanted to make sure I got it before it went out of stock. This is really, really cool. It has these circles and then being black and white background, but then having these color circles. And then this is the spacer part in the middle. I thought this would be good on prints as well. I mean, as a background. But this is what it looks like open. Just gorgeous. I went back and immediately ordered that because I might take it myself. When I'm ordering stuff and you don't know what it's going to look like, that's why I like when I was getting stuff from the lady at Paducah. I can see it, I can touch it, I can feel it, I know what I'm getting. Yeah. That was number 113. And the colors on that was like pink, lime green, white, sapphire, red, and black. Got 2 more that's in this box. Number 114, just something when I'm doing my kits to put some color in. Same thing on both sides here. 114. Next one is number 115. I just got this one because it was actually looking like it could be quilt blocks. Right here. Very pretty. But again, I would still cut across it, or you can fussy cut it and use it as border. So I like that too. By a yard of this, you probably can do borders around a quilt depending on the size of it. But really pretty. Let me see if they cut it on the line. They don't tend to care about the designs. They just fan fold their fabrics and they cut. I can't see the end. I'm trying to see an end piece. So they just cut because I do have a half block. So, yeah. That's the only thing is that they don't care about the print or the design. They just cut. So that's one box. This quilt block print was 115 just in case I missed it. So I got to put these back into the box here. And of course, I've opened stuff up, so some of them are wider. And put them back in order. And I need to take pictures of these at some point. After I do the orders that come in, I'll do pictures and try to get them on the website. And I forgot to move the bag out of here before I started opening these boxes. All right, that's one box done. I'm gonna have to pull these back up for a minute. These, I don't care if they're out of order, they're not in a box yet. Because I'm gonna have to move this bag so I can pop these boxes right next to it. Just a second. I gotta be able to get out of here. So let's fold this down. And I got on pajamas, y'all. Pajama shorts. All right. Oops, I left the fabric bag out. I'll just put it right here. All right, box number 2. Number 116. What number is this? 116. It just looks so different on paper, I guess. And I did it in black and white. That's why I'm confused. 116. These colors in here are magenta, white, dark blue, and amber orange. This one would also be good on stack and whack. You will have space where like a lot of the blue is, but it's gonna still kick in some of these curvy motions. It's like a pinwheel star. But you will, if you're somebody that likes some breathing room, then this would be perfect for that, but it still is gonna do a lot of kaleidoscoping. This is number 117. They look so different. Well, it's not in black and white. It's just, it's a little bitty thumbnail. This one is one of my spacer prints. Here, number 117. When I'm doing kits, I just like stuff different sizes. So these colors are blue, dark blue, white, gold, and red. This next one is orange, light green, and teal blue. It looked like it's got some brown in here that they don't have listed. It's number 118. I just like the lime green background on this. And then to have the blue and orange too. I thought it was pretty cool. This one, I think I bought another one of just because of the symbolization of it. But it's the brooms. So I ended up buying another one of these as well. And again, not something that's like a standalone, but I think it would make nice borders as well. Something small, people that don't like the busier prints. But I got it again for the symbolism, but I wasn't sure I was gonna like it until it got here. So when I received my order, it came Thursday. It wasn't supposed to come until Friday. It came Thursday, so I had some time where I could go through and go back and order really quick some of the things that I like because, yeah, they sell out of stuff fast. By the time I'm showing it to you all, if I had waited till Wednesday, for sure, everything would have been sold out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat room here. Bonita says, for the stack and wax fabric, how about much yardage is needed for the retreat class? You can go between 4 and 6 yards of fabric depending upon the repeat of the fabric. So most of my African prints, I would just guess and say about 4 yards of fabric would be needed. This one, I just love, love, love the colors. I think I went back and bought this one again. I'm not really sure, but I just love anything with teal, sapphire. It's got navy. And then at the bottom, on that side is different. And over here it's a lot fuller. So it's like less stuff going on. And then as it's going through the print, it gets closer and closer together. So that's what that one is. Think about another one of those because I know I'm going to put this in a kit. I just love the color. This one was my disappointment. I love these butterflies, and it was the only one that I found at the time because they have so much. It's like I search for what I'm looking for, and then I do another search and different stuff will come up. So I didn't have time to do 2 and 3 searches, so I just searched for butterflies, and I couldn't find it on any other different background. It's just that I feel this green is just too dark, but I do love how bright the butterflies stand out against it. I just wish the background was not as dark. It's like a hunter green. And I haven't even been saying numbers. This is number 121. The brooms was number 119. And the circles, the sapphire, tealy green print is number 120. Sorry about that. So brooms 119. This one's 120. This is 121 with the butterflies. Again, I ordered 2 of these because I felt like I might end up using some of this as a background on a quilt. This is number 122. I bought 2 of these because, again, it has that light background feel. And I feel like even if I was doing half square triangles or flying geese or something, that it had a distinctive lighter feel than the other prints that I would put with it. So it just depends on where it's cut and what you're doing with it. I felt like all the white space in here would show up. Somewhere where you're not totally going to a solid white color, but you got a whole lot of light in the background. And then again, circles. I like circles as well. I like eyes and circles. I like brooms. I like drums. I like people. See, the butterflies are gorgeous. That's what Kim said. I just wish I was not on that green background, just like Remo said. The green is so dark. And I wasn't expecting it to be that dark. And you can't tell sometimes when you're on a computer screen. And Mary says it too. So that was, this is number 122 for the light one. Number 123 was also a favorite of mine. I went back and ordered another one just in case y'all like it too. 123 is chevrons. And the colors on here are so gorgeous. And then it has this ivory cream color that's highlighting some of the chevron. I thought that, all of the chevron rather. But I thought that was so pretty. You got red, green, blue, ivory cream, and red. So just gorgeous print. Look at that. I thought this alone too would make a nice back fabric for any African quilt. Number 124 is next. This one would not be good as a stack and whack because it's fractured and then it would start to look the same everywhere. But it's got a big design, but the design is the same all over, and then it doesn't have a whole lot of different color changes either. If they had been different colors, it would have been beautiful, but the fact that they're all in the same color, the same shaping, this one would not be good for stack and whack, but I love the colors in here. Let's see what they're calling this. Pink, navy blue, dark blue, and white. So, but I love the print. People are reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. This is one that would be good for stack and whack. African exclusive design. It's in red, green, yellow, black, and white. And it's a floral print. And again, you do have some room where it's going to be airy and spacey, but when I put the kaleidoscopes on them, and then it would come back in with these leaves, it was really, really pretty on the kaleidoscope. So that's one that would make a nice stack and whack. Oops, I'm folding the wrong way for the label for my numbers. This is number 125. I don't know what I said. 125 is this number. Number 126. I think I was able to order another one of these because this will make another stack and whack, and I really liked it on the mirrors. And then I think they're sold out. But this is gorgeous. These flowers play in with these other curvy lines going through, and when it was in the kaleidoscope mirrors, was really, really pretty. That's number 126. Last one in this box, 127. Just bought it for the colorings when I do my kits. It's this one here. Love it. I love the color. I hadn't seen this color, this actual color. It's a little bit different than the purple going on in here. More like a lilac purple or something like that. See what they call it. They call it purple yam. And it's light gold, white, black, and dark blue. So that's that one. This box is empty. Let me sort into this box. Flip them back over to the right side. And then we just got one last box. We'll got plenty of time for that. And then I can chat with you guys. Two more. I have to get them back in here. I stuffed them in here. They stuffed them even better than I did because, like I said, I had about 9 of them I couldn't even put back in these 3 boxes. Okay. And then I have to fold the box down so I can stack the next one on top. All right. We're going to the next one, number 128. Light orange, white, dark blue, peanut brown. Just again, something that I'm trying to get more light background, so when you're putting this with all the other busy prints that you have in, that you've got places where your eye can rest. Kevin, are you still here? Kevin go to sleep. He fall asleep. This one here I bought for me and my friend. This one I already cut off one because I didn't want to. Kevin and I were joking about when we van that we were going to wear dashikis. And so I actually went and bought a print that was actual dashiki. And I just want to show you all. See how when I get my yardage cuts, they don't care about what's on the panel or anything. You're just getting a cut. So when I buy my cuts, I'm always going to be 1 dashiki short. Now, if I'm putting this, I will take this and just cut it up and put it in the yardage too. So I don't have a problem with that. But then this is just a dashiki panel. It has, you can see the, whoa, what did I knock over? I knocked over my phone. Hold on. And I knocked it over onto my lamp here. But it's got a texture. Trying to see if I can, you see that? Kind of like spirals in the background. It just take a minute to get there. And on the other side, it's plain, which is, it's the wrong side. But if you don't like the spiral, you could use the other side of it. But you actually cut your opening for the neck in here as much as you need. And then if you're needing more, I think this will work for me because I put it around me and it goes to my back. So I think I got plenty of room. But if you need more, you can always add material to the side to make it so that it's a little bit wider. You don't have to use 2 panels. You can just add some other material to the sides to make it wider. So I got that as well. My phone's gonna come out. I got it plugged in. At least it came back on once I moved the weight off the plug. Okay. You can buy these by the yards, but whatever is left, I'm going to be putting into kits. That's from Dee Dee. She's saying, so what's the deal? Can we buy these by the yards, or are you putting these in the kits? The smallest cuts I'm doing on these for this particular sale is 1/2 yards. And then if whatever's left, I'll decide if I'm going to put them in the fat quarters or if I'm going to cut them up into kits. So that's kind of what I do. They could end up anywhere because at that point, I'm just grouping fabrics for what it is that I'm going to cut. So I can't tell you exactly where it's going to end up, but if you want any of this in yardage, 1/2 yard or yardage, 1/2 yard or plus, then just let me know through an email by the numbers. The dashikis were number 129. And the colors, I don't know if I told you that is azure blue, dark red is all they listed, but it's kind of got yellow, gold in here, green as well. Okay, just so you know what the colors are. Here I have yellow, black, off-white, and blue. Another one of those prints that I bought for spacing, depending on what you're doing. Number 130. And if you want any of these, just send your numbers to my email, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. Those are going to be the orders that I'm going to process. These are not on my website yet. I need to take pictures, but I'm going to be taking pictures after I do the sale to see what I have left over. So that way I'm not taking pictures of everything that I'm having to install. This is number 131. Again, not what I anticipated when I got it. I wanted it for coloring, but it ended up being panels, and sometimes you can't see. They show me this side that's not panel looking, but then over here it looks like I've got blocks. So this is going to be one of those that, again, it kind of switches up and changes. Great for when you're trying to make one fabric look like more than one fabric, which is another thing I like about the big African prints that are changing designs in the yardage as you go. And that's another reason I noticed that some of them, when I cut fat quarters, you're losing the other half of the design. So that's another reason why I'm not doing fat quarters on these right now. This one is number 132. The one I just showed you was 131. This is 132, and it's a zigzag pattern. It's yellow, blue, white, olive green. Yellow, blue, white, olive green. I think that's it. I just like the colors. I think for some reason I'm into this olive green all of a sudden. I'm liking green. So that one's that one, number 132. Number 133, I also went back and bought another set just because it's different. I like arrows as well. I like a lot of geometric stuff. This one's got all kinds of stickers on the back, but got all these different arrows, and I like that some of them, that they were squiggly arrows this time instead of the straight arrows. Last time I bought fabrics, they were straight arrowed fabrics. So number 133. We're almost finished. We got to 139 because I've shown you 140 at the beginning. This is 134. Looks so different on the thumbnail. It's all the same here. Teal, orange, black, light peach, turquoise, and dark brown. And then this is the other side where you see more of the smaller circles that overlap. Very pretty. This is a polished print. It's one of those wax polished prints. And it's just the lines again that can be used for borders in quilts. But then you also have this bottom border as well that's decorative, but you've got 2 of these on each side. So that would be 4 of these and then 2 of these. And I just showed you all how on my African Queen quilt, on how I use some of these border prints in that. This is number 135. Again, we got this same background here, but a different print on top. I showed you this print in the background of something else earlier. This is number 136. Kind of got border print both sides. I just looked to make sure. And 136, again, something that I was trying to buy that just was a little bit more spaced out in designs for when I do kits as well, if they don't sell by the yardage. This one's number 137. This one is blue, yellow, black, and that's it. More of a cream, I guess, but it could be a light yellow. It's kind of creamy. That's number 137. Number 138. Because I'm like, I got 2 down there. I know what it is. It's a duplicate. This is number 138. Has black, blue, yellow, purple, and cream. It has a border around these squares on point. And the squares on point have something in the middle, and I'm sure it probably means something. I don't know, because I don't know all the symbols yet. But again, this will just be cut by the yard. I think if somebody wants a panel, I'll probably go ahead and do that too. If you want a panel, let me see. I'm sure they didn't cut it that way, but let me open it up and look at this. So this could be a panel inside of a, you know, and then you work your stuff around it. So I would cut it by the panel if somebody is looking for this. I think I said the colors on this, yeah. So now it's hard when I'm sitting here in this small space trying to get it back. Trying to get it back. So I can get it back in the box. All right, not perfect, but it'll do for now. Then number 139 is it's just yellow and green and navy blue, which they don't say. It's not black, that's actually navy blue. Right there. Again, looks like the hourglass box. I thought it was cute. Be nice cut up. Have a quilt block in our quilt. And then the last one is a repeat because it sold out when I did the other one. And I just didn't place an order. It was for these drums. And you start out, it's a directional print. All of it is going the same direction. So you start out where you have, I mean, it's ending where you got like bigger drums. You can kind of see the repeat of the pattern where it starts with the little drums and goes into the big drums. And then it just repeats that on the other side. So you've got like 3 repeats of the little drums to the big drums. That number was in a other stack, and it's the letter Q. So that's the number for that one. It actually sold out. So that's it for the fabric haul. Just wanted to get those out, get that done. Maybe I'll come back Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to do any sewing, to be honest, because that's another reason I just decided to go ahead and do the African stuff tonight, because I have more time since it's a 2-hour chat on Saturday nights, and I had so much stuff to go through. But I've been working. I have 2 challenge quilts. I finally started one on Thursday. So I got 2 challenge quilts that are due by my May retreat, and that's Memorial Day weekend. So I'm less than a month having 2 quilts that need to be done from start to finish. So I'm sewing, but it's nothing that I can show you all. I've moved everything out the room so you all wouldn't see it, because some of my people watch the videos. I don't know that they watch, except for Deborah Quilts. I know she watches, but I don't know some of the other ones watch until they start mentioning stuff to me. And I'm like, I talked about that online. I don't know you in there. Some of them don't know how to comment. They don't know how to, they don't know about setting up a Google account in order to chat. You know, you can watch any YouTube video without an account, but you got to have an account to get in. And then they got to remember passwords and things like that. So. And Tiffany saying, I never realized how many different African prints there are. Wow, so many and so different and neat. Yeah, and that's the thing. It was like when I was first starting, I was dealing with companies that were too small to handle me, because they kept having the same prints. And it's like, I can't sell the same print over and over. And then when I'm doing kits, even though some of the prints are similar, I still like my kits to be different. I don't want all the same fabrics in the kits all the time. So I'm always on the hunt for what's new, what's recent that has come out. And then they have now incorporated some new price changes. So newer fabric is also costing more than I'm normally paying. I haven't gone up on my website. I've been trying to stay in my same price range where I've been buying. So I'm not really buying everything that's new because it costs more. It's like some of the stuff that I've been buying, it's like a $15 increase in the fabric unit, and so I'm trying not to do those yet, because I hate to go up on the fabric price. So trying to be cautious and looking at the price points and trying to make them average out. Everything is, I got like 3, I think in this stack I've got like this, what I just showed you all, out of the 3 boxes, I'm in 3 price points, and what I try to do is average out those price points so I can keep everything on my website at the same price. On their website, they are now going to, this costs this and this costs that. So, oh, Eric's reminding people about Zoom sewing chat tomorrow. He's got the times down there. If you all are interested, just go down there and read it. It's almost at the bottom. Zoom link is in the Teaquilts Facebook group. So you can just Google Teaquilts LLC on Facebook. Answer the 3 questions, and I'll let you into the group. Thank you, Beverly. Says beautiful fabric haul. That is a beautiful fabric haul from Kim as well. Thank you. Again, if you want any of these, you can just send me the number of the print you want, half yard cuts or higher. Email it to me at teaquilts@teaquilts.com. Eventually, whatever, if I don't put it into a kit, eventually they will end up on my website. I'll take photos. Just haven't done that yet. So yeah, I'm trying to think. So I'm working on, I started one of the challenge quilts. I'm almost to the point where I can see the light. We have 2 challenges that are due. We have one challenge where we had to use a charm pack and a mini charm pack. And you could do whatever you want with it. You can add additional fabrics if you needed to. And then you just need to make a quilt. It could be any size. There was no restrictions on the size on that. And then, and it was just using, really, it was using a charm pack that I had, and a mini charm that I had given maybe about 8 years. It's been a while ago that I gave to them as a Christmas gift. And then if you couldn't find yours, then you could just use any mini charm and any charm pack to make a quilt. So just make a quilt. Come with a quilt made with a mini charm and a charm pack. You can do whatever you want with it, but they had to be, you know, you had to use the fabrics in that kit. But you could use, if you needed a background, an accent, or whatever you needed to make your design come out, you could add those as well. The second one I got, a challenge I got to do is, it's my doing. It was paper piecing, and then I gave them a piece of fabric that they had to incorporate into that design. And it had to be batiks. So it was a batik challenge, paper piece challenge, and then also make some sort of floral representation. You could do a flower pot, you could do flowers, you could do whatever. Lily pads, you could do leaves, just anything that was of the floral assignment. So that was the other part of the challenge. So it had quite a few things, and then I made them use a particular piece of fabric so I could make sure that they were all new challenges and not something that they pulling out old trying to, you know, do a fast one. So, and now I'm the one that hasn't even done the challenge, okay? So I got some catching up to do. Melina Latoya says, hello, just got on, glad you're still here. Yeah, I just went through everything, so you're on the tail end. This is just the last stack of fabrics I haven't put up. And Remo is reminding people to thumbs up before you leave if you didn't already. So thank you, Remo, for that. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I got a lot of stuff going on. And then today I couldn't even do much. I did eventually about 6 o'clock come in here and start sewing on my challenge quilt again. So I'm feeling really good about getting it done. So I am going to be doing that. So yeah, I'm just here. I chilled all day because my foot hurt so bad. Just going to the bathroom and going to get food, I was in excruciating pain. And when I finally took 2 pain pills, which I don't ever take, it just knocked me out. But at least I didn't have the pain, and I'm able to walk right now. And I can't remember what time I took the 2 pills. And like I said, they're 12-hour pills, so it'll probably wear off in the middle of the night, and I'll be right back in pain. So, but I'm doing really good right now. I'm just cautiously walking, making sure I take care of it. And it's the top part of my arch that got, I think it's just a sprain. But it has happened before, and that's the other thing. It's like I need to just set up a whole lot of doctor's appointments. I have not been to the doctor since pre-COVID. I've just been trying to, only doctor I've been to is the dentist. I've been to them, and that's it. I need to set up other doctor's appointments. And then I've had an issue with my internist going administrative too, so I got to handle all of that. I got to get new doctors and all of that, and then it take a while for you to get on their list. And then the other thing is I want to move my doctors closer to my home. My doctors were closer to my job. So since I'm going to have to change everything over, I'm going to just change everything. And I think that's why I haven't set up any appointments. It's going to be a pain. June says, I'm painting my exchange block so I can quilt it by tomorrow. Yes. So she's been working on it for a while, so it's nice to know she's getting close to the end of it. I plan to have mine, I'll bring them to retreat. I'm going to bring both of my swap quilts to the retreat, have those hanging there. Barbara says, I wanted to go to Paducah, but the person I was going to go with may have been exported to you know what. I really don't want the t-shirt and tote bag at the AQS booth. Okay. I started to buy it, but then they didn't have the shirt in my size because I went in and I actually needed a bag when I bought that superior thread. I knew I wanted to get thread, and I knew I needed to get early, but for some reason I forgot to put a tote bag in my backpack so that I could carry the thread. So once I got all that stuff, it was like I have a mini backpack. I don't have a really big one, but Kevin has a big one. So he's actually put his stuff in his backpack, and he ended up carrying some of my thread for me. I carried one, he carried one. And then when I start buying the African fabric, here we go again. Kevin's putting my fabric in his backpack, and then I carried a little bit in my hand. So yeah, it's a chore, and they didn't have the shirt in my size, so I couldn't get the discount with the buying the bag. So I just decided, since Kevin had the stuff, I just left it alone. I wasn't really like, the shirt was cute, but it was okay. Oh, you're okay. Thanks, Colleen. I'm doing a whole lot better. Well, I'm saying that, but I'm under drugs. That when I first came on here, it was like I gotta wake up. So if it's just me and my husband here, and yes, we do talk to each other, but I don't talk to him for 2 hours straight. So when I come on lives, I tend to be more animated after, when it's time for me to get off, than when I'm first coming on when I'm under medication. So I have a very low tolerance for meds. They do a job on me. So whenever something says you can take 2 of these, I take 1. My chat kicked me out. Oh, okay. She said exposed. I'm like, exported. I'm like, okay. So that's pretty cool. So we got like 5 more minutes on here. Let me go back and see if anybody asked me any questions that I missed. Colleen was saying they're all gorgeous and such vibrant colors. Thank you, Tiffany, for providing my website. They talking about recipes in here. Thank you, Kim Burris, for reminding people to thumbs up, everyone. Subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications. Join us on Facebook. Answer the questions and share your projects. Winona said she loved the colors and the stuff I was showing. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back down to the bottom. I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't had anything. And Darlene saying feel better too. Yeah, I was just kind of taking it easy, and I'm gonna let these pain meds wear off, and then I'm gonna see if I'm still in pain, and I'll just go from there. But I feel like it's sprained. Nothing is broke. It's just sore. And then, like I said, it wasn't hurting when I got in the car. It was when I got out the car at home, and I realized, oh, my foot must have fallen asleep. So something, and I wore compression socks to the show because I wanted to make sure that I have an issue with my tendons jumping sometimes, and when I don't drink the same amount of water, and whenever I'm out, I tend to forget to drink water. So I made sure when I got back in the house that I started drinking more water and things like that. So good night, sir. That's my brother saying good night, everyone. Stay safe out there. Thank you. Good night from June. Have a good week, everyone. Love y'all. That's from June. Tiffany says, I'm going to say good night to you and everyone. Bye. Good night, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Thanks, Darlene, saying feel better. Connie Donahue says, thank you for showing, and I hope you get to feeling better soon. So thank you as well. I appreciate that. Melissa says, Dee Dee asked about the fabric sale. I think I addressed that. The fabric sale, if you want any of these, I gave you all numbers. You can tell me what you want, half your cut to higher. I'm not doing fat quarters on these. And then if you want that, just send me an email to teaquilts@teaquilts.com. The same name as my YouTube channel, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. And then tell me what numbers you want and how much of the numbers. And then I'll get you cut. And I'm just going to do them in the order of the receiving of the emails, which I tend to do pretty fast. I'm pretty good with getting my orders out. I can sit down. Well, I can sit down for some of this and do it. So long as I'm not standing on my foot for too long, that's fine. Good night, Connie. Trish Duarte says the top of your foot pain could be gout. That is where I get gout. Take care. So I'll look into it. Like I said, I need to make doctor's appointments, and I need to just tell them that the stuff that's just been happening more recent. I got a couple of issues. things going on. So I will be watching that. So thank you. Beverly says, good night, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. Good night, Beverly. We're about to leave out of here. Good night, y'all. See y'all Wednesday. So yes, we'll be back Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also have the Zoom tomorrow. If you're interested in Zoom, make sure you go to the Facebook, Teaquilts LLC, and ask to join if you're not already a member. And we'll see you in Zoom tomorrow night. Claudette Betty says, good night, T. Feel better? Yes. Thank you. Good night. From Remo TNC says, good night, all. That's Colleen says, thank you for the beautiful haul and chat. Well, thank you. And then night from Winona. So thanks you, everybody. We're going to go ahead and end here. We are exactly on 10 p.m. Everything on my phones are saying going to do not disturb. That's when I put all of that on at 10. So I'm going to go ahead and end here. You all stay safe, be blessed, and quilt out.